Aries, Aries, what a day. Another day, another dollar. Colin, Collier, Rachel, Collier, Ricky, Rashad, Evans, Barry, Tina, Jody, hello Jody, Foster, Cock, Frost, Frosty the Snowman. Don't know, is it cold where you are? It's the Atlantic and it's cold at the moment. Some of you been put out in the cold, or you've just got cold and flu, or you're bunged up and you've got some sort of like colon, what did I say, colon cancer maybe, don't know. Colon, something to do with someone's colon. You might need cyanide. What is that? Simon? Cynthia says, jump on one leg. I don't know. Sorry, Aries. What is going on with Aries? Channel wise. Channel 4. Could we do a Scorpio and Aries, or it's yourself? Don't forget, Aries, you can watch this as 4 Scorpio and Aries readings. Don't matter whereabouts it is. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node really does not matter at all. You can watch Scorpio and Aries readings, or if you're a Life Path 4, you can watch an Aries reading. If any of you are having trouble with my Patreon, please make sure that you watch the video that came out either just before or after this one, okay? But I'm stressed at the moment, okay? So let's see for Aries, what has Aries got coming up? Coming up like a flower, coming up. So you're going to have to keep up with the channel. Same message come up. Something to do around someone traveling, that someone is going to come and travel to see someone, and I'm coming up on the train, plane or automobile, and I'm coming up to see you. Someone's planning on traveling, whether this be love, platonic, work, or whichever way it is. Could even be drinking a gin and tonic. It could even be a lush. Who knows? But I'm hearing that I am coming up on the bar, and there's a date that is set. Now, like I said, this could be your love life. It could be, I don't know, 100% travel energy is here that has been floating through all of my readings. Now, my floating card is a Cancerian, Life Path 7, because my friend is called Michael, and that's what we say to each other. You right, bruv? What are you doing? Just floating about, right? So, boating about. Some of you, it's a 6, Gemini, Capricorn. You could be traveling. Again, that is traveling. It's on a boat, a plane, or an automobile. Okay, and I'm coming up on or I'm planning to come and see you on or you're just arranging these kind of times and dates to go and see a person. I'm hearing loose see a person that would have something to do around a Gemini or a Capricorn. Now, these are actions that are being actually taken, or they are just plans of doing this for the future, which means that you would be talking about it with Marty McFly or anybody that's got M in their name, okay? Mallory, why don't you come on over, Mallory? So any M in their name, so like Michael J. Fox basically is where I'm channeling it from. So an M, a J, or an F, Steph and Jeff, Steve, but like F, Jeff and Steve, or is there just multiple people here? I don't know. Anybody got multiple anybody got multiple sclerosis? What the fuck would you say that for, Stephen? Don't know. Is there something to do with multiple sclerosis? Or is it multiple personality disorder? Or are you dealing with a Gemini? Okay, I'm Gemini and I'm multitasking and doing multiple different things at once. Okay, like Steve does, because he has 3 placements of Aries and Scorpio. So it really wouldn't matter. Steve, what's the best readings for you to watch? Scorpio and Aries by any chance? Maybe. Right, but like Gemini placement, and like I'm in the door, out the door, and I'm multitasking, and I'm doing this on the computer, and I'm doing that, and I'm kind of sorting this out, and I'm sorting that out, and I'm kind of got this job, that knob, a big knob, don't know, loads of different things going on, multitasking. If you are a Gemini placement, you're like me, I can concur how fucking difficult it is trying to find focus when you're doing so many things at once. Some of you could have ADHD and you're trying to find focus, but your work life is just kind of like, right? So you're just trying to, you could have children, you could be on your own with children, and you're trying to keep an eye on your child, and you're also trying to work as you're keeping an eye on your child, and you're also trying to do this, and you're also trying to multitask and do loads of different things at once. Doesn't mean that you have ADHD, but if you do, great, good on you, well done. I can concur how difficult that can be at times, but trust me, it's a good feeling. Some of you have just got loads on, Aries, through April. Like you are an extremely busy person, so your work life is sounding really good. I'm also hearing park life. Park life, you need to cut down on your pork rind, mate. So you might need to cut back on the swine, unless you're on a carnivore diet and you're eating it. So it means that you could be just dieting by eating supplements of just meat, fish, and fat. I've actually just had a word by my lipid test, and guess where she was from? South African. She was South African. My doctor from there, and she was explaining to me, Steve, need you to come in for a blood test, blah, blah, blah. And was saying to me, you know, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you're doing this diet. Try to explain that you're on a carnivore diet to someone that's worried about your cholesterol and then your hereditary cholesterol as well, which is a lipid test. So you could be going for blood tests, all of these kind of things. But she said, you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But just maybe try to not have so many yellows as your egg. But whites, brilliant. You can eat those, but maybe not so much of the yellow part of the egg. And then more of actually what I do is white meat and not the red meat. Okay, red meat of beef and stuff, obviously for cholesterol, she would know that that's not as good as poultry. But what she's saying is white meat, great, yeah, you can eat that, that's fine, and everything else. So there might be a concern, a lot of you, where could have, say, like myself, 3 placements of Virgo, and you're researching a load of stuff, Reese, Rihanna, Ricky, Regina, and you are like, okay, I need to research a little bit. Someone here is researching, traveling and planning and arranging going somewhere, maybe moving. Could be Richard Pryor, could be a prior engagement, could be someone that's planning to get arranged of marriage or a commitment or a relationship. And then I'm also hearing I'm looking and researching, planning on traveling or moving, because I'm definitely hearing the song, I can move any mountain. So someone could be planning on physical, you know what, I don't like it here anymore, I might move. What would that take for me to be able to do that? And if I was to do that, what would I need to research and find out in order to do so? What will I need? What will I do? Someone could be thinking about physically changing countries and planning on changing the country. And then what would I need to be able to do so? Because I'm definitely picking up Dr. Cluso. So give me a clue, Dr. Cluedo. So some of you could be needing, I don't know, there's doctor's appointments here. But like I'm researching a hell of a lot about traveling or moving, just put it that way, okay? So let's move on. Yeah, so there is move. I want to move on. So some of you are maybe trying to move on from your past. And you're kind of like, look, I'm just moving on from all of this bollocks now. Like I've forgotten my past. I'm moving on from my past and I'm physically moving. So some of you are just thinking, you know what, it's dead weight where I am. There's no work, there's nothing else. I'm considering physically picking up my keister and moving completely. Okay, completely, might be someone from like South Africa maybe, I don't know. But because I'm psychic, right, I can't always tell you 100% that that's what a person's doing. But I can tell you that there are discussions of such that is kind of making someone think, and they're thinking, you know what, this might be a very good possibility. This might be something that could come up in the future. There might, because I'm definitely picking up like Back to the Future, Marty McFly, Doc Brown. Okay, so it's kind of like this, well, I'm thinking, I'm contemplating, I'm planning, I'm arranging, I'm doing stuff. I'm, you know, fucking acting towards what I want in the future. I'm taking action, Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson. So like Jackson, the name Jacksonville, also Jacksonville, Australia. So it could be something around Australia. Okay, but like, you know, I'm really considering making this huge change in my life, something around Scorpio, but you would come up in the same reading because of being Aries 4. So I'm really thinking about changing my life forever, or would this change my life completely? Yes. If you was to move a job, it would change completely. If you was to move country, your life would change completely. Okay, so like I said, if you want things to change in your life and they're not, and you're feeling stuck, life path 3, maybe a Pisces involved, and things are really stuck, things are not seem to be moving, things are not happening, I need to make things happen by maybe moving. Department, store, country, village, town, whichever way around it is, someone here is really considering travelling or moving, right? Right, Dave. You all right, Nige? How you getting on? So let's have a look, my little lovelies, of the worst sign that I do. Why? Not because I don't love Aries, not Pisces. If I say not, you say 1, 2, 3, swinging on a tree, it must be a Pisces. Or a life path 3. Now, why? Because people of Aries just don't watch my readings. Don't know why. It's the worst star sign for me to get anybody to watch. How much money do I make by you guys on YouTube? Probably $2. $2 per video for Aries. Right? How much has Steve been making off any of the readings that he's been doing for YouTube? $4 at most, right? $4 or $5, right? So just keep in mind, try and watch it as much as you can. Like, share, comment, smash the like button. Let's get people on here now, okay? Unless you know someone that's a huge fucking tarot reader that's going to give me a call out and a shout out and give me some of their people, right? That's the only way around it goes, right? So let's see. Now, also check out the live where I was channeling dead people. For people, deceased loved ones, you got your messages. Some people in the comments are saying that was fucking spot on for them. I was also channeling, what's the chick's name? It just came up in the other reading, so you might have something to do with that sign, which was a Lakshmi, okay, which is, Lakshmi is the consort of the god Vishnu, House of Vishnu, Lulu, hello. She is one of the most popular goddesses of Hindu mythology and is known as the goddess of wealth and purity. So someone could be very wealthy, looking at healthy energy also, but very wealthy and healthy connection. You will know that if someone that you're vibing with has very big high vibes. You came up in that reading, Aries, and I said this person is extremely charismatic. You came up in the, well, it doesn't matter where you watch it, but from is Taurus, Sagittarius, life path 5, anywhere in your goddamn chart. Even came up for me because it was in my 7th house and also moon in Vedic. So you can just watch all the readings and put the clues together. If the messages are really relating to you, it could be the other person that has those placements. Place, cod, haddock, fish, Pisces. Okay, so just watch the readings if you can. You'll more than likely get a message. If it's relating to you, fuck, it doesn't give a shit what the, star sign you are. Just like, fuck, that really does relate to what I've got going on in my shit, right? So again, same energy came up. Charismatic, passionate, loving, stable, grounded, workhorse. Okay, so Capricorn, maybe a person that has Gemini or Capricorn in their chart. Okay, there's a possibility of someone being extremely grounded and fortunate and well off because they was channeling Lakshmi. Lakshmi also means semen and the goddess of love. So there's like a huge, strong Leo or an Aquarian connection that is here. In your reading, watch a Sagittarius or Taurus life path 5 reading. Okay, both of them. Okay, but you definitely came up, Jeff, with the same messages that was in the one that I just did, that is of Taurus, okay? If you're like, fuck, I am lost with all of these numbers, then you'll need to spend some money and join Patreon Gold Tier, okay, and watch the videos that explain to you all about this numerology nonsense that Steve keeps splurting out about, right? It will open a fucking world of your mind. Trust me, it will. Justin, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie's son, Jack Tan, someone that's South Korean or Korea or Chinese. Okay, so let's see. Aries, what have they got coming up? Coming up like a flower, coming up like a flower, I'm coming up. Someone is coming up in the rankings, or someone is fucking here, fucking. Someone's got a lucky fuck, or like someone is like here. It's like Peking duck, peaking with energy, okay? Brimming with energy, brimming with passion, brimming with everything that someone wants. This person has it. Someone, like I said, because I can channel messages from you, your loved one, or your person, okay? So it might not be where I'm channeling for you. I'm channeling, my name is Jeff, Steve. But like I could be channeling messages of what the other person is contemplating and thinking. Okay, so there is someone that is brimming with an energy of charismatic energy of passion, love, and the future. And they're very future forward. Marie, anybody's got M in their name. Future forward, if you don't know why I'm channeling that, used to have a tarot channel. She was called Marie and her channel was called Future Forward. Okay. So if you're around, Marie, hello, how you doing? But like M in their name, and it's involving that person, and it's kind of like I'm brimming with energy, brimming with charismatic energy, and there's a good something that is coming up or is already here, because I'm coming up like, excuse me, a sunflower. Something to do with around maybe a Leo or a Leo or an Aquarian placement, because they're 8s. See, so sunflower, because the Strength card is an 8 and the Aquarius card is an 8. Right. So let's see for the final time. Final countdown. Some of you could be into music, or you whistle while you work. Is it Dick, Van, or Dyke, or is it someone from Britain, which would mean it would be Mary Poppins? Oh, hello, Dick. Oh, hello, Mary. Where'd you get your bag from? Wouldn't you like to know? Ooh, let's have a look in your bag, Dick. Dick has a handbag. So, Dick isn't well. He stayed back at the hotel. So it might be where you're booking out a hotel, and me Dick is staying at a hotel, or it could be called Richard. Okay, I don't know. There could be a same-sex relationship here also, is what I'm hearing. Me handbag. Handbags and glam rags. Kelly Jones, Keely, Kaylee, Kylie, Casey. Handbags, glam rags. Don't know where the fuck that's going. Where's that going? I don't know. Oh, you got a connection? Like, I've got no idea where that's going. That's lost. Feeling at a loss. Oh, God. Who's that one? Is there another energy here that's like, oh, me glad rags and me glad bags, and like pack me bags and on I go. Like, oh, let's go. Some of you are trying to pack your bags and you're like, get out. Go on, get out. And don't come back. So I'll knock those brains off your head. Someone might be kicked out here. Ooh. Go on, get out. And don't come back. Oh, I'm not. I won't. Oh, anybody else out there seen Rita and Sue Bob too? Oh, so you could be called Rita, Sue, Susan, Bob, not Bob, 2, Libra. Oh, go on, get out and don't come back. You're not getting out for 2pence halfpenny sitting round here, I tell you. Oh, no. Someone could be from up north and they talk like that. Hey, Steve. Could be from Manchester. Hey, Steve. So Birkenhead or something. But that would be also up north. Hey, you're not getting out, sit round here for £2.50 per hour. Oh, I tell you, go on, get out, go on. So, now then. Oh, God, Jim will fix it. What's the fucking hell? Okay. So, you might be from Britain and you've heard of Philip Schofield at the moment. Philip Schofield is one of the most iconic characters that is literally on daytime television, and he's just been... I don't know if it's him or his brother. I really don't know, because I don't watch television. But I know Philip Schofield's been sacked from the BBC. Somebody could be a newsreader. Philip Schofield has now been just sacked from the BBC. So if you don't know, I do predict also future outcomes of things that you may hear of or see. Philip Schofield has now been sacked from the BBC. That's what the radio station and the TV station is like over in Britain. Okay, Philip Schofield has now been sacked from the BBC to do with his brother who's been grooming a child. Okay, so there was a different segment of people that came from the Taurus reading. For the guys that are into the pharmaceutical farming of eyes, nose, ears and legs, can't help you out there. I'm sorry, but I am not a super crusade hero. You need to go to the police yourselves. Some of you could be gang stalked the fuck, or you're paranoid as shit and you need to move. And that might be why some of you are considering to do so. Some of you could be Dr. Clouseau and you've been gang stalked shit and you're thinking about getting the fuck out of there. Some of you could be in America. Some people are going to argue in my comment section and saying, yes, it definitely is in Britain. It could well be, but not where I live. Yeah, there you go. There's your news report. Thanks very much. And I'll see you next week. So, let's see. And on today's news... Sorry. Philip Schofield gets done for. Done, Butchie. Cool. This week, on 7 Tarot, Butchie's a fucking absolute born lunatic. Let's see. Let's see. this week on 7 Tarot, Putchie gets demanded and actually gets wounded by the truth coming out. Truth Time Tarot. There you go. There you are. I can see you. I can see you. Let's see. Right, so you're either going to have the actual schizophrenic lot, or you're going to have the paranoid lot, or some of you where it is happening. Really don't know. Like I said, if it's that bad where you're living, contemplate moving. Okay? Britain. Because I can assure you, if anything shit like that is in Britain, I can assure you that it's not as bad as it is anywhere else. Okay? Definitely not around here. No. We don't even have a police station where I'm living. They give it like, fuck, there is nothing happening in this town. We're just going to close the police station down and we're going to move 2 towns down. So, police station closed, fucking not a breeze through this town. It's kind of like, you could flop your dick out and walk through this town and no one would even fucking notice. So, some people say, Steve, you're sheltered. All right, I'm sheltered, okay? Whatever goes on in the country, it's down to you to take action against. If you keep trying to fight people that do all these things, you're losing, okay? Really? A tarot reader is going to take down what? People that pharmaceutical fucking eyes and sell them on the black market? And the tarot reader is going to do something about that? Come on. Let's be a realist here. If it happens, go to the fucking police. Okay, and if they don't do fuck all, then what are you going to do? Okay. Move. Don't get involved. I wouldn't even put your brain into it. Why people spend that much time fighting a lost cause, I've got fucking no idea why they do that. Because it's only going to affect you mentally. You're not Cape Crusader in life. You can't, I think fucking Spirit's trying to talk to me. Keep trying to help people out. Right? You can't help every motherfucker out there, okay? Sometimes you just got to cut off the dead weight, Aries. Right? Or Scorpio like Puff 4. It's up to you. Right. And if you guys are new and you don't know, you got to watch the whole reading. You got to join Patreon. People bitch and moan at me all the time because their reading ain't quite what they're saying, but they don't watch the rest of the reading and they don't join Patreon to find out what the fuck the turn up is. Right? They just judge upon the energy of what they're hearing now. Not every message is going to fit you. Not like I could have said all of that and some of that really rings true. And I'm keeping hold of that one because that's fucking definitely happening. Right, and then I watch the reading like, no, I'm sorry, it doesn't really relate to me. Take it or leave it. Right, but you haven't watched the rest of Patreon to know what I can do to show you. Right, who you are, segregate you as energy. That's what I do. Well, okay. On a reading, when there's a lot of cards, I can segregate the cards to say that one's bullshit and that one's this one, that one's that. That's your mum, that's your father, that's your ex-husband, and that's your wife. That's people going through a divorce, and this one is your new love life. Right. So let's see. It's no good just getting a couple of cards and going, okay, there's all your love life. And some of you, right, here. Okay, not one reading relates to where you read it from start to finish and that's your life. There's multiple things that go on inside of it. Okay. So let's see. Aries, what they got coming up for April? Coming up like a flower. Someone's trying to decide about travelling, moving. Looking out the window. Oh, George, Zippy and Bungle. Look, I'm having a look out the window and I'm thinking about travelling because I'm looking at the world. I'm looking at a map and I'm looking about a map of the world. A map of the world. So that came up as a song in the last one. Just can't remember what it is that it was. The band, Map of the World, one of my favourite. And yesterday, it's closer. The message. So someone could be sending messages across the world. Okay, hello, bon voyage, all of that sort of stuff. They could be thinking about looking at this globe thinking, I wonder about what it would be like if I was on the other side of the world. So it could be like Australia, somewhere like that that's quite a long way off. And to travel across it, okay, across the USA, okay, someone from USA. Aries, what has Aries got coming up, please, for April 2023? Bam, lovers, there you go. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. If I could just turn around. Love is in the air, everywhere sight and sound. But I don't know if I'm a fool. But there's something that I must believe in. That's every time that I look in your eyes. Because love is in the air. Someone's falling in love with someone's eyes. Okay, or someone dies. Who knows? Diane, Dana, Dinah. Yeah, some of you are really contemplating on travelling. But some of you, I don't know, you're kind of like out there not really looking at this opportunity thinking, well, I got a couple of opportunities and the one behind me doesn't really seem to be doing much or whatnot, so I'm looking somewhere else. Like I'm just kind of like just thinking, well, if this one doesn't kind of pan out or this one doesn't work out, I can at least travel or, you know, something like that. But like I said, it could be this way around, right? But like I said, I'm contemplating on doing something, okay, with my life for love. For love. What changes your life? Love changes everything. Of course it does, right? When you're in love, love is the greatest love of all. Whitney Houston even sang about it, bless her heart, when she was alive, right? But the greatest love of all is the love of everything. Steve, fire, thank God, right? Thank God we've got Steve. But, right, when you open up to love, you open up the chakras to possibilities of anything happening because you are dripping like a fuck fridge. Why? Because that is your sacral chakra. That's the final chakra to open and to crack. To well, I mean, that's where your crack is. But what I'm saying is that is where the riff is the fact that when you open up physically to someone, okay, to the possibilities of being in a relationship with someone and to be able to feel them, that's when you're healing the person. Because a healer can feel blocks with someone, and that's what you work on with a soulmate when they're a number 2. Okay, is that you work on their chakras. You talk, you guide, you get to know, okay, and then all of a sudden they open up and they warm up to you, and then healing starts to take place. Okay, place, if I say place, you say cod, haddock, fish, maybe a Piscean. Okay, so some of you, you're now contemplating because the offer of love is actually on the cards, right? Because it can also be, I would love to. Right? Would you like to come and visit? I would love to. Would you like to travel? I would love to. Would you like to do this? I would love to. Yes. But if you've got someone that was saying, would you do that? And they say no. That's what I'm saying. Someone starts to look elsewhere and thinking, well, I've asked you and you've said no. So I can't keep making you do that. So what it is looking for someone that's very adventurous, that wants to change one's life, that would either, one, convince to be said yes, because like I said, this can be a Libra, it can lead to more, again, but like, you know, do you want to? Yes. Do you want to? No. Okay, I'm going to go with the one that says yes. The Bank of England, the bank that likes to say yes. So, some of you, it could be England that you're considering travelling to, or you are actually from England, where I'm from. And some of you, like I said, this is just a desire to be able to want more, but I've got a plan to do so. Libra energy of the Two of Wands can also talk about work, finances, okay, and being able to secure rent, house, home, mortgage, living expenses, all of that. Someone here is considering on travelling. Living expenses, Livy, but like, or Lithuania, or Vienna, or Vanessa appealing. Some of you could be appealing against court, or someone's very aesthetically gorgeous and is glowing and is peeling again. Appealing, meaning core, you're very, very appealing to one's eye. Okay, that's British talk. Okay, but there's this energy of where some of you may be appealing against court and the decision that is made against you. Okay, so you, or this person, or Alchemy, or Natalie, someone here is maybe having to go to court and wait for the outcome of separation. Right here. And they can't really do too much until that date happens. Right? because it's not a closed chapter. Chapman, Barry, anybody called Chapman? Let's see. Aries. What's Aries got coming up for April? The donkey. Little donkey, little donkey. Capricorn energy more than likely, because it is a cardinal sign, but it can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If it's a Capricorn, it can mean Gemini placements. What's happening? Nothing. What are they doing? Planning. But is it for love, or is it for lust, or is it for money, or is it a friendship that could work its way forward? Right? Some of you, your love life just isn't going anywhere. Like, it's like, or someone here is just like, look, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not moving anywhere. For me to move, I wouldn't be able to move from England. I would love to visit and places, but I can't move from England. Why? Because this mortgage in this house is paid off. Okay. So I don't have to pay rent because it's paid. Okay. So if I move, I can't get rid of this place because someone else also owns half of this place too. So I can't just do things like that. Okay. And I've got a business and a security blanket already here that is here. Okay. So I can never really move until maybe one day this place becomes mine. Okay. But some of you, like I said, you may or may not be in a position to be able to do that. Okay. Because I'm picking up this energy of like one might want to, but one might not be able to. Cain and Abel could be a Gemini. Okay. Because trust me, if you're in a long distance relationship here, they have their tests. They do have their own tests. Because you could literally start having a huge connection with someone. You're thinking, fuck, really wish I could go out with Steve. All right. And I really want to. But he lives in Britain. Someone lives somewhere else. Right. And then you have to kind of think, you know, is Steve worth it? Right. But it's true. It comes up in one's head. What would I have to do in order to be able to make this possibility? Okay. Let's see. Aries. Well, they got coming up. Oh, told you. Hangman. Hangman. Some of you could be dealing with a life path 3 or a Piscean, because this energy here is more grounded than this energy here, which means this is a major arcana of something that is not going anywhere, okay, but it's trying to lock someone in to say, Loki, J Loki. But like, I'm trying to like guide you and lock you in to say that you will be secure for the rest of your life. You will be secure, because it's kind of like, where are you going? Nowhere, you know. So it could be an energy of like, does love wait, right? Love does wait if someone else is like, you're communicating, you're talking, and you're on the same page. Elaine page, but like you're on the same page, and so on and so forth, and you're keeping up the dialect, because someone is definitely in your Jeff and Steve, someone's definitely in your energy, okay? Because why? Because I've said this to everybody, and some lunatics in the past used to think, you know what, Steve, are you talking about slitting an animal's throat? No, of course not. Why does the world require around sacrifice? Right? That's why Pisces is here. You're all going to agree against me, but you know, it's not in the book, but Jesus was a Piscean, but people will say otherwise. Capricorn or Leo or God knows what else. Says it in scripture, says it in the book. I read from the Akashic Book of Records, not a book that's been written by man that wasn't there. So even if you look at the card, right, it's hung upon a cross. To get down off it, to change his circumstance, what does he need to do? Sacrifice his belief. What does belief mean? I need to sacrifice certain things in my life in order to be able to change my belief. I need to open up to someone. So I need to stop being so guarded and protected. Okay. I need something more in my life. What do? Get down off that tree and do something different. What's the definition of madness that Einstein said? The definition of madness is doing exactly the same thing every single day, every single time, trying the same thing, getting the same results from the same person. Now, does that mean do the same thing with the same person again? No, not if it hasn't been working. What does it mean? Move on. 2 words. Move and on. Move on from the past. Forget the dead weight that hasn't really gone anywhere. Okay? And move. So your messages are talking about movement. Okay? Now, we're only looking, probably this is just now, could be happening now, right? But you've got this energy of the hangman, that is to say, as a general part of the collective of reading, in order for the work to be put in, somebody has to budge. Somebody has to move. Okay? For there to be success in the future, because like I said, someone could have a child and they could think, I can't move because I'm not going to, because I've got a child. Well, you don't have to sacrifice your child, right? But it might be, I have to sacrifice movement. I can't, I won't, and I'm not going to. So what happens? Someone else moves on because someone said no. Now, if the other person says, yes, I don't want you to move on without me, I will be there, and that's what I do want, but someone needs to know that that's what someone wants, right? Is. I have a very strong connection with someone, right? Are you willing to change your life for me? Are you willing to do that for me? Because if you are, then we can talk about the change that comes after. Okay? If you want an honest reading, Dave, it's here. Aries. What's going on with Aries for April? 9 of Cups. There's a lot of energy here that is needing to open up. You could be working with a person to try and open them up to the possibilities of what could come of something in the future. This is research. Reese, Rihanna, Ricky, Rachel. But again, it's research because it's not quite fulfilled. It might be, without you, I'm not fulfilled. Where I'm living, I'm not fulfilled. I'm not quite reached the peak of my success yet. Got more work to do. Or I'm living somewhere and I'm there, but I know that there's more out there for me, and I know that I could get work. I know that I could get this. But what is it going to take? Research. Virgos are the best researchers that there are known to man, because they all search for that one cup that's missing. So they will research it until they find an answer. So they will go down the rabbit hole of information to find out what that is that will make their future better when they go towards a 10 of Cups, a Piscean energy. Not this one, Virgo. Next one, 10, Pisces. To be happy, to be emotionally fulfilled, more, I need to sacrifice something in my life and give it up. It's kind of like I'm unhappy being large. What do? Go on a diet. Have to sacrifice what? Carbs and sugar, okay, and many other things. I want to stop coughing. What do I have to give up? Cigarettes. Okay, cigarettes. I have to stop smoking if I want to get better. Okay. If I want a love life and I'm talking to someone and I've got a feeling about them, what do I have to do? Talk to them, meet them, plan, arrange for things for the future that could blossom from a friendship to a butterfly. Okay. So it could be very new. Life is like a butterfly. Why is life like a butterfly? Because it's metamorphosis. It means a chrysalis and a cocoon, or Chris or Christine, but it means a chrysalis of change. To change, I need to do what? Fly away. Okay. Fly away. Right. By the wayside, by the seaside, down the coast. Let's see. Aries for April. Can't make this shit up, Dave. What do you want? 3, the world. An ending as a beginning starts. Dating online. Communicating with people online. Needing to open up to the possibilities of change. Okay. World Wide Web, opening up, showing one's face. Also. Need to make sure that you see the person that you are planning stuff with for the future. You need to see them. You need to know who they are. And if you don't, then you need to meet and talk and arrange and plan. Right? Going in blind is where you need to start researching and thinking, if I want to move and I want more and I want, like I'm in America, say, here, and it's an ex, and it's like, oh God, my ex is doing my head in and I can't get away from my fucking ex, blah, 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 and my life here, what is around here? No jobs, no opportunities, no fuck all. What do? Go towards the other ex, which means not back to an ex to an ex to an ex to an ex, because that's a fucking XO. You need to go to the ovaries. Okay, which means an X is also a 1, a new start. A 10 is an X, ending, finish, completion, reaches its peak. I've fucking had enough, Dave. I can't take it anymore. I'm fucking filling up. I've had enough. What am I going to do? Go towards the 1, the 0, okay, to start again, fresh. So what is again the definition of madness? Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, receiving the same results and getting nowhere. So, Steve, does that mean that I need to keep trying the same thing in the same place with the same person? No. Now it means give up, okay, and do something else with another person. Why? Because it gives you shit, right? Gives you more lessons, gives you more opportunities in life. Okay, presents itself when you are there. So what are you doing? Planning. Thinking about doing so. Okay, maybe thinking, well, if I was to move and I was to go somewhere else, what would that look like in my future? What are the opportunities that could be there? So what is someone doing? Researching doing so. Yep. Now we've done an hour, nearly, okay. Yeah, if you want to help old Stevie baby out, because I know a lot of you, I don't know, but you might want to join my Patreon. On my Patreon, the bronze tier is open, silver tier is open, gold tier is open. They're always open, but I only put readings out for the month on all 3 of them, and then when the weeklies come, there is no more that is on the bronze tier. So basically for the bronze tier, which is $2 or $3, I think it is, you get a whole 12 signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, your partner, and also numerology if you're following, which means that you can also watch Scorpio readings even if you ain't got it in your chart, and then you can put it all together and think, oh, fuck me, that one's relating, that one's that one, that was this one, that one's that, I know that is, and that's that, and blah, blah, blah. Bingo, there you go, got all my answers. Thanks very much, Stephen. Right, so if you want to join that, you follow on the link provided below. Okay, if you don't want to and you want to join the join ride, there's the join button also that you can join, where you get probably 1 reading per month. But if I don't do those, you get loads of other shit too. You get general readings that get thrown over there as well. You get extended readings if I'm doing it, starting it on YouTube, and I put the rest of it, that'll go to the join button. And then also you get the odd free video that I throw over there that's a secret. There's 2 or 3 over there because the secret is out. Some of you really could be listening to that geezer. The secret is out. The secret is out. The secret is out. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, so some of you are trying to say goodbye to the past. Okay, thinking about it anyway. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to join, the join button is there. You get a load of free shit on there, man. You'll love it over there. For the amount of money that it is, $2 or $3, you get a glittery star and fucking look famous when you're in Steve's chat. You look really good and important and God knows what else. And it really does bump up Steve's money. That's why it's so cheap. I thought, well, if I leave it cheap and people do join, at least it just gives me a little bit of extra of what YouTube isn't paying me. So you guys really help. So thank you so much. Thank you. I mean it. Okay, so any like, share, comment, subscription, smash the like button, join the join button, and maybe consider also joining Patreon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the other side.